What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Trailer Time. We are back with another trailer review. This is Mohit and Jamell coming at you. And today we have the new Disney movie, Cruella, starring Emma Stone. But before we get into the origin story of a woman that scared me throughout my childhood, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon. Yeah, please. We're asking. We're being nice.
We
bell
actually
icon.
need it.
Yeah, we kind of need it. Bell icon. Hit it. You won't regret it. Now we got the pleasantries out of the way. Let's get into the movie trailer for the movie Disney's Cruella. I'll reiterate what I said before. I remember watching 101 Dalmatians as a kid. Beloved movie, but I was terrified of Cruella de Vil. I'm just going to say that. She looked like a sickly witch, and she had the cigarette holder, and I thought it was like poison that she was inhaling.
Super long.
Yeah, it was very long, and there's like green smoke just like traveling around her. So that was a little terrifying as a 4 to 7 year old child, but still really interesting character to delve into, and I kind of appreciate Disney for even attempting to do it, to be honest, because I don't know if there's any like material to go off of, but they're trying it, and I commend them for that because it is an interesting character.
Yeah, I prefer this like attempt at a live action over the recreations, right?
Yeah,
like
agreed.
Mulan, Jungle Book. I mean, I did like The Lion King, don't get me wrong, but still, it's like nice to see them finally deciding like, oh, okay, we'll just make an original character origin story off of someone who we didn't have a lot of content on before, versus the opposite of trying to like, make something out of something that's already great.
Exactly, and I think that translates really well in this trailer because you have this real person, okay, real in quotes, real person in this real world, and she's just kind of following her journey to become this person from 101 Dalmatians, and that translates really well because you just kind of feel transported to this world. You feel like you could be in it, it feels like if you lived in Victorian era England or whatever. And it just kind of feels like a story that you can relate to somehow, the underdog or the black sheep trying to find her way in the world, trying to, make her mark on the world, essentially. One thing I'll say about this trailer, it's obviously very dark, as Cruella de Vil should be, but I really don't understand what kind of movie they're going for. Are they going for like a heist movie? Because I feel like I saw a lot of banks or places being broken into. Is it a crime movie? Is it like a thriller? They're just kind of throwing a lot at me, and I just didn't know what to make of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I and a lot of people got it's gonna be a Joker, like they're making her a super villain. Okay. She's gonna be like a Lex Luthor kind of vibe. I did like that they started with some form of like origin to her madness to a certain extent, but I don't know if it really fits, to be honest. Like I don't like. Can Cruella de Vil become like a typical villain in the form of like a DC or a Marvel or like a Riddler, for example? Like, I don't think so.
I mean,
are there even gonna? There's dogs in it. Are there like how are the dogs gonna fit in? I know
really bad CGI dogs, by the way.
Really bad CGI dogs. They also specifically avoided that, which I think in the trailer you could have used to your advantage, right? And like put a little bit more emphasis on the dogs, on the Dalmatians, and like reminded viewers about, the whole purpose of like how she became so notorious. It made me wish there was like another protagonist in there, like at least in the trailer. If the whole movie is about Cruella de Vil, like we're gonna get.
It's called Cruella. So.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna know a lot about Cruella after the movie or after the trailer movie's over. But in the trailer, like, come on, give me somebody that she's like actively going up against besides just like the fact that she, kills dogs for a living or whatever.
We obviously know her as an antagonist in the 101 Dalmatians movie, so it'll be interesting to see who her antagonist was. And it seems like it's Emma Thompson, also kind of like a fashionista, fashion mogul at that time. So it'll be interesting to see how they butt heads. It seems Cruella is a little more edgy with her fashion, if I will say. There was kind of like a Hunger Games moment when like she lights her dress on fire and it becomes something new, whereas Emma Thompson's character is more like, classical, traditional, regal fashion queen. I have a feeling, and I could totally be wrong, but I have a feeling that her two helpers that you kind of see in some scenes of the movie, one played by the great Paul Walter Hauser, I think his name is, who was in I, Tanya. He'll be the comedic aspect of the movie, but I think he'll also be the character people really like, because you can kind of tell, even though it's really dark, this trailer, it's still going to go for a little dark comedy as well, and that comedy will probably come from him and his interactions with Cruella. Let me ask you this. You know, nowadays everything's about representation and casting the correct race for the role. If you're going to cast someone who's half Chinese, cast someone who's half Chinese. That was a jab at Emma Stone being cast as a half Hawaiian person in the movie Aloha. But, so, Cruella, a British individual, is being played by Emma Stone, who I love. I think she's put in some great performances. But do you think that a British person needs to play that role? And from the trailer, it looks like she's going to do a great job, but this is more like representation question aspect.
Do they need to? No. Like, no one needs to. If you're the best, I think Emma Stone is a great choice. I think Emma Stone is a fantastic actor. I think she has wonderful range. She's funny. I'm actually curious to see if she can bring out some little more like darkness, because doesn't really have the track record to support that.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Like, dude, there's so many. I mean, there's so many movies, and some of the best movies that we have, and some of the best acting that we've seen in movies, when it comes to like an accent or like a particular origin, have been done by actors that aren't from there. And
true.
Johnny Depp, for example, plays tons of different nationalities and ethnicities and kills all of them. It really just depends on the strength of the actor, right? Do I think Emma Stone has that same level of talent? Absolutely. Yeah. Do I think that they did a good job of portraying that in the trailer? Maybe not. Like, I don't know. I didn't see the same comedy aspect in this trailer as you did. Like, it didn't. Nothing about it spoke to me that this was gonna be funny. Yeah. I'm sure you're right. They'll probably will put in some aspects of like dark humor to lighten up the mood. I don't think it's really necessary. I'd actually prefer to see something a little bit more serious as a thriller, as like a different type of take for Disney, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Disney tag is still attached to it, so I think it's, now that I think about it, I think it's gonna be PG. You know, if you have the Disney tag associated with it, you're trying to attract children as well as adults. So it's gonna be PG. You know, can they do it? I mean, Disney has a strong track record for most things except Star Wars, let's be honest.
And live actions. They don't have a good track record with they don't have a good track record with live actions.
But I think it's not an adaptation of like a movie that's already been done. It's like a completely new property, which I think gives them a lot more leeway on what they can do with it. You know what I mean? And there's no fantastical element to this movie as there were in other live actions like Jungle Book, Lion King, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, you know. So since this is like a little more grounded, I think they have more opportunities to do well.
I thought they did a really good job with Jungle Book.
Jungle Book is the outlier. I don't think anything else really did that well, in my opinion.
No, and maybe it is because of the fantasy aspect that you mentioned. Yeah. I think that might be like what made it better. Which, I mean, hopefully they do add certain elements to that. I mean, like in the original movie, the dogs are, you know, super sentient, like smart. They outwit
speak.
A human being. They speak. Big disclaimer. So maybe that'll be part of. I mean, unfortunately, they're probably not going to do that.
Hopefully, they don't do that.
I mean, I don't know. That might be the thing that makes the movie better. You
think so? I think it would make it worse. I don't need to see talking dogs in a live action movie like this.
Think about it this way, right? Mulan was bad because they made it too realistic.
I wouldn't say it was bad. It just wasn't the same Mulan that I, grew up with.
Which if you're gonna make an amazing movie, an amazing story, then everything else that comes with it that's not up to par, that has the exact same name and premise, is gonna be bad. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't discount them. Well, now we're getting sidetracked for Mulan, so I just won't even say it. But yeah. So, what are your final thoughts on this trailer, and what do you hope this movie is gonna be?
I think it's good. I think it's a good trailer. I don't think they needed to put in they're making Cruella, unfortunately, someone to be admired in certain aspects. I know they're gonna do this. They're gonna put a positive spin on it. They're gonna justify her actions. They already did it in the trailer, right? Yeah, like, I was born a mastermind. All right, that's fine. But so I think it was okay. I don't think it did anything to ease my concerns about the success that the movie's gonna have.
Yeah.
But I do think it was genuinely very cool for them to like embark on this. And the trailer is well put together. Like, great timing, good score, like all the technical aspects that we look for in the trailer has it.
Yeah.
It's a matter of like, did they put enough in it to make me super interested beyond the fact that I want to know what Cruella DeVille was like?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. Technically, it was really well done. You know the type of world you're going to be thrown into. You know kind of the tone of the movie that's going to be thrown into. The score is really good, like you mentioned. The only thing that I couldn't really get over is like, I don't have a great idea of like the direction this movie is going to go. Obviously it's about Cruella, fighting her underdog story. But is it like again, is it crime related? Is there a thriller aspect related? I mean, sometimes it was so dark, it almost gave me like some horror vibes, but maybe that's personally me. Maybe the other viewers who've seen this trailer think different. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of this trailer. Am I just completely stupid? I don't know what I'm talking about. Or do you agree with one of us and are also kind of confused? But either way, I think we could say we're both excited for this movie because it's a very new departure for Disney and that we're excited for. Based on that, Jamell, what is your trailer rating?
I'm gonna give
out
this
of 5.
trailer...
Remember, out of 5.
Damn it! I'm gonna give this trailer a 3.7 out of 5.
Okay. All right. Pretty strong. I wasn't expecting that.
That's not that strong.
3.7 out of 5. Yeah, I would call that strong.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, it is a well put together trailer.
Yeah, okay, I'm not saying anything. I think it's well put together, but I don't think it was as good as you think it was because I just don't know like the direction it's going to take. So that's why I'm giving it a 2.75 out of 5.
Jesus. Now, see, this is your problem, all right? You rail me on every other video for giving extra numbers, and then you curveball.
I mean, those extra numbers you give are, they don't, I just don't understand.
What? 3.725? Bro, just round up. Simple math.
Well, you're not rounding up. Anyways, there you have it. Our thoughts and review on the Cruella movie trailer from Disney. Coming out May 28th. I have a feeling they're going to go for specifically a theater release, but we'll see when the time comes. We'll see what the state of the world. But check it out when it comes if you're interested. I just want to say thank you again for tuning in. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more of these great trailer reviews from Mohit and Jamell. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Tune again next time when we talk about all things trailers.